Hey guys, how are you? Good, good. So we're gonna do a reading. It's going to be for the full moon that is today. This is a releasing moon, but I want to make it not deep. We're going off elements because right now the energy is all about elements. As well as I'm not going to do in-depth individuals for everyone. I don't have the energy or the time, unfortunately. And I know you guys know why. So, we're gonna do a manifestation one, even though we're technically supposed to be releasing. So, we're gonna use my tinks, my fairies. We're tapping into the fairy deck, and then because my fairies, it's easier for them to tell me what's going on actually than for me to tap in a new deck. There's another one that's calling me, but the fairies will just, I know what they're going to tell me is true. So we'll do it minimum, just to kind of find out what we need to release, and or what is on our brain. I feel like right now things are upside down for a lot of us, so I really want us to take this into consideration. I will be doing a mini reading at the very end for Scorpio risings and Scorpio moons. You can see me doing that because I'm like, will you remember? I could do it now, but then everyone would have to wait. Okay, so we'll just whip through the other elements and then so we'll just start with water. So this is going to be the... Okay, my fairies are like, no, do earth. I don't know why. So, did I know this is going to be complicated or what? So let's do this. So, okay, already we got shit coming out. Okay, or not coming out. There could be a truth coming out or not coming out. I don't know. Right off the bat, we had the Ace of Swords. It turned out sideways. So I don't know what that means. It could be someone's coming out. They're coming out on their spiritual train. So maybe you're training. Maybe you're a trainee. Maybe you're getting into your divine feminine self. Maybe you can be transitioning. What does transitioning mean? It's energy we're speaking of. Okay, I think it's really important that if we know that we're not coming out, and if that was reverse, we do have the Temperance reverse. So I do want to say, with that being said, is for earth signs, if you're withholding the truth on a situation, you are choosing to be a Temperance reverse, which is not use your higher knowledge, which means you have the knowledge and you're choosing to not do anything, which is doing something, unfortunately, because that's the way energy works. So, if you have any questions on what that looks like for you, or what you would look for or ask for guidance wise, earth signs, you're getting the Two of Wands. So immediately, obviously, it's all about becoming more spiritually connected to yourself. Making sure that you're holding yourself accountable of your own moral compass, moral way of being. Making sure that you are honing in and owning your shadow side and not letting your shadow side own you. Okay? Two Wands. Searching for our divine. Now, we know what it is, so we just choose not to do it because we are financially overwhelmed, perhaps, or emotionally underwhelmed because of choices that we chose that were, well, too many people involved. Neither of which give you any of the things that you originally wanted. Sorry guys, I just got done with work, then I had my hair up, and now I threw it down. So I was getting a headache, and here we are. We'll see what happens. And by the way, I'm sorry I took my bra off. It's one of those days, like, My girls understand. And my boys. We all... Well... Okay. Don't even go there. You're going to try to explain yourself and you're going to talk into a circle. I love that I can negotiate, like, all these sides, though. I'm like, do you ever have a voice? Okay. Yeah. We're not being patient. Of course we're not, because we're Earth and we want what we want when we want it. Repeating the same cycles over and over, choosing not to be patient, but also choosing not to do what we know we need to do. So what's the actual problem here? Because you know what the problem is. And you still choose to do it. So what do you expect me to, in the divine, to be able to do? Make you all of a sudden get up and do it? And that's not literal, that's a figurative, by the way, okay? So you're ignoring everyone except for yourself and your own ignorance. You basically got helpers in the sublime world reversed, which means you're completely ignoring any guidance, anyone other than yourself. Because if you can't listen to guidance, you sure as fuck are not listening to anyone. Your guidance is obviously trying to help you. The weird thing is, too, is calling your soul tribe, your family, is in reverse. Who's triggering you? Because you're mirroring someone. You could be mirroring yourself or you're mirroring someone. So in other words, if you're with someone that's miserable, you're going to be miserable. You know that, though. It doesn't take, like, a rocket scientist to get that. So, I guess I'm supposed to say take a leap. You know all of this, Earth signs. So you're struggling because you're so fucking stubborn. And you choose to do everything your way, that apparently you have no patience. You haven't created a sanctuary or realized for yourself that you're all about earth and grounding. And if you don't have a healthy home environment, or at least keep it healthy, then how are you supposed to create a foundation? You're an earth sign. That's what you do. So you're not allowing yourself to do what you do. Why? Because of these repeated cycles that you do over and over, and anytime anyone tries to tell you, apparently you know the answer, yet we're here. So that's what you need to be releasing right now on this full moon, is our old autopilot, stubborn ways of thinking, okay? I can relate because my karmic, my karma chart, what the fuck is wrong with me? I cannot. Okay, well, apparently right now I can't talk, so it is what it is. Is Earth. So I understand how annoying it is because my shadow is you. But, which means the thing that I'm like, very peculiar. But that's why I'm saying very peculiar, is because when we sit on the insanity pot over and over and over, or when all we do is point out negative things that people do wrong, let's just say, we're doing the debate, and we all got to talk about presidents every day of the week. Good for you. All you do is sit and say negative things about that person, which inevitably makes your life more miserable. So, have fun. That's the cool thing, is you can't hide from the spiritual world. So, 3D can be as stupid as they want, be little ants all they want. You guys just make it hard for yourself, and then we have to deal with it, right? Right. All these 3D fucking fritters. Okay, so cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Obviously, but we're in a pity pot. It is what it is. You do what you do. You need to unbind yourself, because you do this to yourself all the time, Earth signs. And I know, because when I'm pissed off and I don't get what I want, this is what I do. Thank God I have air in me, so I get bored of doing that, and I need to, like, do something different. But that's also my problem, is I'm the opposite of you, and I like to be too free. but I do know how to make foundations. And I don't think you're being honest with yourself on how important that is. That's not even just your home, that's your work too. So, and also the energy they have, you have. So let's just say it is as easy as why it is so important to be around the right people. Don't dim to fit in exactly. Is, ooh, this would be my shadow that I have to work on right now. Because I can't even share my happiness right now with the world. But that's my struggle. Thank God I'm not as ignorant as you guys, though. So, in other words, it doesn't matter who you're by. If they don't, there's no secret. People show you who they are. So, if people show you who they are and they tell you who they are and they're spending the energy to focus on you and get to know you as a person, they're giving you their energy. They're not taking energy. When you try to get a hold of someone, it takes you a million different times, or they're never around, and this and this and this. Never mind. I just recommend that you start researching the powers of manifestation. Because everything about that you are doing. If you're having a problem with releasing, it's because you're doing the opposite. You keep creating shit. And then getting mad of the shit you created, but no one can tell you. But no one can help you. Which I get. But there hits a point where there's actually stuff you learn from it by breaking. You know? Okay, we're moving on. No more of my bowling. So now we're going to move to fire, because those are my trickiest signs. Meaning, they're the most sensitive, and I seem to offend them the most. Fire and earth. Which doesn't surprise me. We have, like, the totally opposite vibes. So my vibe's all about rebirthing. Attaching, but realizing that you can't stay attached to something that's not healthy. But you have to be human and go through the feeling and separation of it. And yes, you can want it. But there comes to a point where you have to make sure, where's your moral compass when it comes to centering, grounding, right? Making sure that, I know I really badly want this, but let's be realistic. That means A, I need to change a lot about myself. B, they need to change a lot about themselves. C, I changed all this about myself and they didn't change this. You know what I mean? It's all about that. Fire, you could be falling into where you're realizing that you're no longer looking into something. This could be a passionate new beginning. This could be an endeavor you're already on. This could be an old endeavor, but maybe it's in a place right now. Can I get clarifiers for why they feel this way, so I know how to present this to them? You're such a fire sign. You are such a fire sign right now, you guys. Okay. Two of Pentacles. Clarified. The Two of Pentacles clarified the Three of Wands reverse. So, what does that tell us? You tell me. Oh, dang, you can't. Leave a comment if you want to. But we're all going to get different interpretations. Oh, by the way, if you're new, hi, welcome. I channel and I read, and I don't like explaining what I do because you're either going to think I'm fucking crazy, you're going to understand, or you're going to think I'm very entertaining. Welcome to all of the above. Please subscribe. So it looks to me kind of like, and I am feistier than fuck some days. So just know that I am not always fun to many people that are earth and fire. They all love hanging out with me. Anyways, I see a Two of Pentacles juggling. Maybe you feel like you're just doing too much, but remember, you choose to do that. So that's not a problem. There's always solutions because it's always a choice. Just like our earth signs right now are being stubborn, my fire signs right now need to make sure that we realize at the end of the day, the fact that we even have the option to juggle all these things is a blessing. I know it doesn't feel like that. I know. But we have to release that way of thinking about it every day because it seems to be impacting enough that we have a full moon today. And could you imagine what if fucking bloody hell, am I supposed to... Yes, we do. I know we do, but I can't see. This is channeling is mind fucking me right now. Anyways, we're no longer looking into situations where you have to juggle. Whether that's people, finances, whether that's we're juggling people, feeling like we're in relationships that juggle people, whatever it is, right? Now, I just want to remind you, I am a shadow reader. So if you're an ignorant asshole, let's just say, that's potentially married and juggling someone, and then you're trying to blame that person even though you're still married, you're still a POS. And if you wouldn't juggle when you're married, then it wouldn't be. I'm just stating that. Because I fucking hate on readings when people are fucking cheaters and they try being like, you cheated. It's like, bitch, I'm not married. And if I would have known that you were... Anyways, moving on. So, I just want to make sure everyone knows here, we do have moral compasses. So it's not like, oh, just take whatever card you feel like it. We're here to stroke your ego. No, I'm pretty much here to basically take your spine, straighten the fuck out of it, and pray to God that when I let go, you basically rebirth into a higher version of yourself where I don't have to fucking teach you anything anymore. Just saying. Someone has a really ugly vibe. That's petrifying. Okay. So, One-Eyed Willie. With the soul of the devil himself. This is the all over what we're supposed to get out of this message. Whether you get this message and whether you do what you need to do is up to you. Figure it out. I'm not your mom. I'm the medium. You're very easy to read. I think it's funny, the energy feels like, oh, I'm so... No, you're... Oh. It's just really easy to blur out. This is a very masculine, ugly persona. To all my regular subscribers, this isn't you. This feels like someone that's done too much magic and it's actually impacting them, whether they realize that or not. Stop my job. Ouija. I hope no one's been playing with the Ouija board. That would make sense. The energy that's attacked and attached. Okay, so right off the bat, in other words, if you have touched a Ouija board, you have something attached to you. Sorry. So it looks like the all of your concepts are fire signs to basically keep remembering during this new moon. I'm really sorry, fire signs, for whoever's energy this is. But the concept is going to be a beautiful message for us now that I'm getting rid of the other energy. The one thing that if you most likely feel like you are having problems, this is going to most likely be a huge aspect to kind of evaluate and look at if you haven't already. You might have already done this. You know what I mean? This is just a reminder to you that you did the perfectly right thing. Keep doing what you're doing. And or this is the fact that you could be having someone that's going to be coming in trying to twist things around. Just keep doing what you're doing because you're doing fantastic. Balance is going to be key. You're not going to be able to heal anyone, including yourself, and or complete cycles that keep repeating themselves until you balance yourself and have the growth that you need. Growth is a problem right now, but it does look like potentially you have a healer around you and or you are a healer yourself, and this is actually trying and or making some sort of impact in your life. It is kind of reminding you and or making you potentially a little bit more hypersensitive in some aspects. This also could be because you're longing for something, and that is the truth. Your soul is longing for you to kind of get out of this way of being and or way of thinking. For some reason, Spirit is saying that for some reason you potentially are feeling like you need to protect yourself from someone that appears to be someone like a high priestess quality and or has those aspects. Or you essentially are a high priestess feeling like you're having to protect yourself or have had to protect yourself a lot in the past and you are trying to heal. This also could be a healer that's in your life that you're feeling like you're going to have to protect yourself with. If that is the case, Spirit is letting you know, please do not do that actually, because all of these people and or all this person is truly just, Spirit's trying to show you they're here to help because you're not listening to Spirit. So they're putting these people in your life for you to be able to try to get out of situations you're in. If you keep ignoring the same cycles over and over ahead, over and over and over again, and over ahead, whatever keep moving ahead, you will again keep repeating the same cycles and not make the growth that you desire to get whatever it is, success and or whatever it is within balance between work and love. It just won't happen. That essentially is what's going to keep you from being able to ever grow, essentially. For your vibrations are low, and inevitably until that changes, this isn't going to change. Therefore, you're never going to have this. Therefore, this is never going to come to you. It's really just that easy. Okay, so now we're going to go switch to water. Thank God. Thank you for being here, fire signs. Just kidding. Because some of my water is actually has, fire and stuff. But at least if I know the Scorpio and or Pisces, Pisces are a little bit more sensitive. At least if they have Scorpio, I know that they can handle me. Oh my gosh. Anyways. And I get it. Yeah, I get it. Okay, so water. We're tapping into water for the... Ooh, very nice. We are all of our water friends, which is probably my whole clientele, water and air, which I love. I think I got some fire. I think I got a Libra Leo. Wait, what? Okay, all I'm gonna say is, for my water signs, walk away from what you're gonna walk away from. You have a 5 of Wands, in reverse. I'm so very confused. Okay, clarify the other 3 then. Give me one more. I knew that. Did you? Really? 3? You couldn't just do that? Okay, maybe I'm gonna need these. What's gonna happen? Why is it in weird lighting? All those, it's that creepy energy I felt. Wow. So there's Scorpio, thank gosh. We might. We've rebirthed, or we are rebirthing. Yeah, right? Right. Yeah, okay. So that was, okay. Why didn't you just do that in the beginning? Okay, so it looks really easy as peasy. Why that took so long, I don't know. But long story short, it looks like we basically are focusing on new work, financial endeavors. It looks like if there are any past relationships that we had in the past, those people are not going to come in because they can't trust us. Truthfully, let's be honest, water. If someone can't trust a water sign, it's really them we can't trust. We're all about love. So, if you don't understand love and understand how that water can't not give love, like it's literally what they fucking do, that would be like a earth sign couldn't bring finances in, or that'd be like trying to say a fire sign isn't a passionate person. That is, I'm sorry, that's insanity. So water, I disagree with. Yeah, I'm doing it my way this time. Water, what you're dealing with basically is if you walked away from any sort of situation, the person is ignoring you because they're just a POS. I hate to say it, but they are. Move on. I do not give a fuck if they come forward or not. Do not go back to them. Why I say that is, quite frankly, the person is a narcissistical POS, and I could sit and explain it for hours in every single card. I'm not going to. You're going to trust me or you're not. I shouldn't be telling you this essentially because if you do end up following me, and then you might end up following for someone not as terrible, because what I will say is trust my guidance on the fact that whatever they did wrong, whatever signs that they showed you that they did wrong, that you're not getting the validation, you don't need the validation. Those were right. Do not find that in another person, water. Period. The reason I say this is the person is choosing to withhold from you on purpose on a sense of control. If you give in or try to communicate, they are going to flat out lie to you, period. It is all about their ego. The reality is this person is an ego-driven person, period. Everything that matters to them is about them. It's how can I be in a relationship where someone caters to me? Essentially, not only are you prettier, richer, and better, you're just better than them 100-fold. So it kind of, water, I feels like the biggest issue you're gonna have is you're going to have to remember at the end of the day, fuck. Okay, well that's good. Of course you want to take that away from me because that was a bomb-ass thing to say that would stick up for them for once. Essentially, you're doing fucking amazing. Whether you feel that way or not is irrelevant because let's be honest. let's be on it and on top of it. There is no one out there that is going to be completely honest with a water sign on how they feel, because none of them know how to fucking love unless they are a water sign. Maybe air, period. Or maybe if they have a lot of water in their chart. They do not know how to love the way that we show love. It is called technically the way of love, because it is a sign of love. But essentially, it depends. A, different aspects that you're in. B, different placements in your chart. I guess. Kind of. Essentially, you still show love within a certain way. But I do know a lot of people that are essentially fire signs, and fire always... I know a million Leos on Leos, Virgos on Virgos. You know, people that are the same sign as each other dating. So those kind of relationships, it's a little bit different. Because if you both were fire signs and or you had it in your chart, you both would be more passionate individuals as opposed to more affectionate and whatnot. Essentially what's happening, what happened, water sign, is you were with someone that was completely, they do not know and or understand how to love. And what they would say is that you didn't do well at explaining, or that you were dramatic, or this and this and this. Yet their little boring yippy lives stay the same and never change. The reality is they couldn't handle you. You're too strong, you're too beautiful, you're too perfect. Move the fuck on. Rebirth is what we are being asked to do. We had the death card, thank God. I did not put it away already. And move forward with what you're doing. Do not move back to this person. Not only... am I saying not to? If you choose to ignore me, I shouldn't even show you this, because if you choose to ignore me, that's on your fault, and I should just let you crash and burn. But I'm not. I'm going to be an asshole. No, I'm not going to be an asshole. I'm going to show you. Essentially, this person has no money. And the reason they have no money is because they think that they can be Sir Ding-a-ling. Little do they know, well, quite frankly, nice dicks are everywhere. But... it's someone that is probably with someone that caters to them and whatnot. They essentially do want a new beginning with an Empress reverse. So, joke's on them. And you just do what you need to do. I will say that it does look like some of you could be looking into new spiritual or passionate beginnings with looking into... No, I'm not telling them that because I don't want them to go back to that person. 6 of Swords, basically, and then you have the 3 of Wands. So, with that being said, it does look like you're looking into some sort of... oh, they are. Fuck! Spirit just made me spill on myself. Dang it! Okay, in other words, essentially the person's thinking about you, but they will do nothing to communicate. I was trying to not tell you that, and Spirit just fucking... they were like, how dare you not do what we say? And I'm like, fuck, I thought I could oversnap it. Or something like that. I feel like that was a good message. Did I do any light work or anything? No. Okay. If you were in a wow, your transformation. The person, if they are in a past relationship and or new situationship, never mind. Let's just say, Queen, move on. You're a queen. Play. Have fun. You're a fucking queen. One thing that I do want to say is, some of you are holding on to maybe having a lot of fun lately. Just make sure that you're doing new things to change your energy. Make sure that you're not doing anything that's the same. In other words, if you spontaneously want to go get a coffee, go do that. If you spontaneously want to go hang out with a friend, safe COVID style, do that. If you spontaneously want to go to the river that day, do that. You know, just do little things that will make you kind of more excited on life. Whoever you are, I don't know. I just feel like you, A, have energy suckers around you, or B, you have someone sucking and or had sucked your energy. You could have been in a relationship where it was a relationship with someone that basically sucked your energy to bring it to someone else. Oh, that was why that was there, which makes sense. A card came up, I put it away. Anyways, it did have to do with potentially, if they are in a relationship, it was passion reverse. It's not passionate because the person was getting energy from you. You could be a healer too. Water, which, duh, what? Water heals with love. What? What? Fucking idiots of the world, I swear on my life. But anyways, it does feel like essentially, the person basically, I mean, the Queen, move on. I think, Queen, seriously, I don't even know who this is for, but move on. I mean, like, please. Please. We need to all do what we need to do. We're not using our discernment, and when we use our discernment, that means we move on. I don't care. Like, I guess I get it. So, sometimes it does. It did take me a really long time to get over this last one, but now I'm a little scared because now I'm so over it. It's kind of on the other extreme where I'm kind of like I literally have no vibe towards you anymore. So it would be really awkward if the person ever came back, because then I'd be like, how do you explain this? I don't know. Anyways, innocence is really important. Maintaining your innocent integrity in your sense and your fun state of mind, your childlike weirdness, hanging out with your fairies if you have them. Scorpionics tend to have them, but anyways, that's if you can see them, right? And remember I said you can borrow mine, but they're very sneaky and you can't really get away with like anything with them. They're like, yeah, anyways. They're like, you can tell your secrets, but you're not telling ours. And I'm like, okay, that's solid answer. It does look like you're supposed to be healing. You're not. It is because of your living situation, and discernment. So there must be lies within the household. Or no. It could also be that someone is realizing that they need their own sanctuary. That is also, some of you could be needing and or wanting to move. Or this is universe just saying, if you don't make the choice to finally do what you need to do for you, Rue, that is what makes you passionate. So if anyone's struggling that's with water, it is something to do with your sanctuary. So whether this is you moving, whether this is you relocating. Why do I keep getting that? What weird. Cleaning, your space, your sacred space, I just heard. Setting up a sacred space for yourself, any of those things. Discernment is pulling up in reverse. So for whatever reason, all is not what it seems. I have been saying that this whole entire month. It's reverse. You're Delusion. So we're going to clear that energy and move on. I really just want to make sure that if you guys can, make sure that you just go and ground yourself. Okay, water? Just go and ground yourself, okay? I love you so much. And now we're transferring on to my absolutely amazing and exquisite, just like my water, air. Okay? And for those that are new, no, those are not more my favorite. Those are the ones that I'm stronger with because of the fact that the other is my shadow. And quite frankly, I find, well, Earth is my biggest, hardest one to, like, I really struggle with Earth. I'm not going to lie. I have a shit ton of Capricorn in my chart, and I am appreciative for those financial planets to be blessed that way, but wow. So it looks like some of you could be moving past a relationship where there had to do with some toxic behaviors. The person could have been connected to a possessive person, in other words, toxic, and or this other person was possessive. Why do I keep hearing like the? Didn't I just say that? I do not understand. It does look like they're possessive. I don't understand this. So, we're doing air. I guess you could be walking away from a situation where someone was a cheater, pumpkin eater, and they also were someone that had no money, or was not good with money, or was never going to be good with money or had money. High Priestess reverse, which shows you are no longer dealing with these kind of situations. High Priestess is air sign and scorpionic signs, but I say as a reader that is Libra, Scorpio, but everyone's different. No, actually there are a lot of other people that believe that Scorpio and Pisces and Cancer are High Priestess. So yeah. Anyways, to each their own, it does not matter. We all have High Priestess in us. Essentially what that's saying is you realized that there were situations that were not right, and you walked away from them. That's it. That's all it means. You use your higher knowledge and walked away from it. And or, yeah, no, that would, yeah, because of 3. Or you're no longer looking at the past issues of the past. Okay, you're moving on, like, or you've already moved on. Like, that is not even in your energy. Okay, so you're moving on to bigger and beautiful and brighter things. It looks like financially, air, you are doing really, really well, right? And then it looks like we are looking into, ooh, we're looking into justice. Of course, this must be an aqua. Okay, well that's what Aqua's releasing. So let's just see what this justice is for the air signs. Justice is the 9 of Cups. Well, that's really not good. And the truth reverse. So lies, built on lies. And the 9 of Swords, hurt. What is that for air? Fighting in the past, the truth being withheld, people living in lies, withholding passion. Oh, that is justice. So, I don't know. Someone's dealing with someone, air, where, I mean, I don't think you care. But I'm just letting you know because it obviously came up in the message, and this is my job. That someone is trying to weaken you, or you were in a situation in your past where someone was trying to weaken you by withholding the truth. Essentially, it doesn't matter. But for those that didn't know, and you needed to hear this message, you now do know. What I would recommend personally is just focusing on you and what your new passionate endeavors are. Financially, you're doing fantastic. So just really focus on that, your spiritual new beginning. I personally like releasing all things that are toxic from the past, people and all. But do what you need to do for you, Rue. Okay? Spirit does want to let you know that there's, yeah, lies. Like the truth being withheld because they were trying to hurt you. You get a lot of 9s, so a lot of endings. Potentially they wanted to hurt you because they were jealous over your happiness and they wanted to inflict pain, right? Open wounds. A whole bunch of people that were foxes that were not happy, some reverse. And so essentially either you created justice and walked away from a situation, air, and or you ended a situation that was not just, to look into your financial abundance and or to keep on to your financial abundance, because if you were around people like that, you might not have and or have maintained financial abundance. The ones that were releasing that fell on the ground is essentially Spirit wants to warn you again for those that didn't know or haven't made the steps to move on, or let's just say that person's doing the whole control thing, where they're not going to come in until they feel like it, and maybe they just never will because they need to go their whole life dreaming and believing that you would run back to them in their arms. Essentially what Spirit's saying is, remember that the depth from the lies that had happened in the past, if you haven't been able to bring yourself out of it, you know what I mean? And this is for my people that might be a little bit depressed. We do not judge here, but I mean, no offense, I will judge if I have to keep reading your energy and you keep being depressed and not fixing anything. Because for me, even as a reader, that becomes very exhausted, and it's kind of not fair. Why are we watching YouTubes and tarot readings if we're not going to grow from them? As sure as fuck, why the fuck are you watching me, the biggest fucking asshole on YouTube, if you're not going to fucking, like, do shit that's going to, like, change yourself? Or at least see if I follow what this bitch says for a couple months, is shit actually going to change my life? And when it does, I'll be like, yeah, and I didn't even charge you. Queen status! Because that's what we do here. We don't need any... we don't need these 3 humans to run around to give us their approval of what's okay, what's weird, what's cute, and I'm like... I didn't know it was a thing to care, but I did learn through a client at the salon, that I was eccentric. She started busting out laughing, and I'm like, am I eccentric? She starts busting out laughing, and she goes, you thought you were normal? And I was like, well, like, we always called me Sybil as a joke, but my mom literally called me Sybil when I was pissed off. And then as I got older, I called it more Harlequin, because as I get older, guys are always... I literally have a sign. This is how many guys have said this. Well, I only have one sign, but... I've had so many guys I've dated that go, you are so fucking hot when you're mad. I literally have an ex. Yeah, my... Oh, you think... oh, you think I'm cute when I'm mad? Well, I'm about to be gorgeous. I thought it was the funniest, fucking most adorable thing in the world, but who knows. So, it does look like there is love in front of you. Just not with the past. There could be a past person that's going to try to come and... Just don't. First of all, you don't need it. Second of all, I promise there's bigger and or fluffier and or skinnier and or whatever the fuck you like out there. And, you know, in this day and age, if we could just go lesbian or, you know, not lesbian. That's what apparently people are doing. We could be. There's all different things. So why put yourself in a category? Why go to the past? We have options everywhere. You know, you could be married and then still go and then sleep with girls. I mean, there's options everywhere for us. So why put yourself in a box with the same repeated stupid cycle over and over and over? This could be for Doris. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Holy fuck. A Taurus that doesn't know how to fucking talk. Fuck, at this rate, I wouldn't. Okay. What do you want to say? Oh, some bees. She's a smoker too. Oh, that is fucking hilarious. I have to go. Thank you for being here, you guys. I'm sorry. For those that know, I got a lot of exes. Not the one that just passed away. That was just one of my buddies, actually. That was so sad. He's so hot though. It was a sad day. But, sorry, as you guys know, his ex follows, and yeah, that was super funny. I just saw an imprint of her face, so I know she's stalking. Hence why I do like and like not videos. Thank you for being here. I'm glad that we were able to do that for every sign. We are going to do a very final thing for my Scorpionics. So if my Scorpionics are still here, here we go. Actually, I'm just going to pause and do one more video. Bye.